Right, I'm trying to work out whether or not Russell Brand um, this is part of a um, agenda to discredit him because of what he says. You have to understand that it is quite possible to have a salacious sex life and perhaps have done some bad things in one's youth or some dodgy things and still to be correct about politics. It doesn't in any way detract from some of the things Russell Brand. I don't follow Russell Brand. I'll be honest with you. I'm not into this type of chirpy chappy routine. He doesn't have the gravitas of somebody like William Cooper, the late William Cooper, or someone like that. So I don't particularly know what he's saying, but some of the things I'm aware of do tend to suggest that he's on the right lines. Now, the question is, they often present us with these personalities that we're supposed to follow as part of the control mechanism. They give us our heroes, so they control every side of the argument, including people who might appear to be on our side. There's always been. I'm quite fond of David Icke, but there's always a suspicion that he might be controlled opposition. Certainly, William Cooper thought so, right? But I actually don't know if he is or not, right? But quite honestly, whether he is or he isn't, it's still also quite possible that Mr. Brand is being targeted by bringing up things that happened many years ago for his opinions now, right? In other words, somebody has gone to has done some research into his history and has tried to find some women who have some things, negative things to say about him, right? There's a story on another page about him and a 16-year-old or something, when he was 31, so he was a lot younger then. When you hear about things that happened many years ago, and of course he's a changed man now. I mean, he might well be a completely changed man. He's married, I think he's got kids. People do change. He's 48 now. When you're in your 20s and your 30s, especially when you have lots and lots of money and a very, very big media profile, you have opportunities to get to know people. Um, in my little life, I have very, very few opportunities to meet people, and I suffer from a lack of status, which means that when I do meet people, they judge me based upon what I appear to be doing rather than me as a human being, my ideas, my personality, and my experience. Unfortunately, I've discovered that all the things I've done in my life, quite extraordinary things actually, count for nothing. Not that I even get to tell people what they are because no one's interested. But I'm very interested in this. Guy Kelly, conspiracy fueled fan army. Conspiracy fueled fan army. You see how they try to. You see, it seems to me, if you look at this story logically, you see that they're not really attacking Russell Brand. They're actually trying to link Russell Brand and his theories with us to sort of tarnish us. Now, whether or not Russell Brand's in on this, and he could be as an actor, he might be playing a role. He might be playing a role of so that they can then, when people say, "Oh yeah, doesn't Russell Brand think that 9/11 was an inside job?" Don't know if he does or not. He's the guy who's been sexually. So it doesn't actually matter. Even if these allegations of what Russell Brand was supposed to have done 20 years ago are true, right? And again, why is it being investigated now? By the Times, the Sunday Times, Channel 4 Dispatches, which accused Brand of rape, sexual assault, and emotional abuse. Right, so like I said, do we have to worry about Russell Brand's opinions in the sense that if we have similar opinions, we ourselves are going to be tarnished because it's guilt by association. They always do it. For example, if David Irving, a historian, gets to be interviewed on, I think he's dead now, gets to be interviewed on television, or somebody interviews him or talks to him, then they'll say, You interviewed David Irving, like, oh, you shouldn't have done that. Well, why? You don't have to interview people, even if you disagree with someone. You can interview them. If I had my own talk show, which of course I never get, I would interview people who disagreed with me so we could discuss issues. It wouldn't mean that because I'm interviewing someone or talking to someone, I'm in agreement with them. I mean, I might be, but it doesn't automatically mean that. Can you see the method they're using here? Right? A 2-minute pre-denial posted on the eve of the investigation, in which he absolutely refutes the allegation, always consensual. Right. I've been wondering how long it would be until they tried to pull this card. They tried it with Bernie, it's a Corbyn. Well, they actually do that. I mean, that's a fact. Now, whether or not Brand is guilty, I don't know. And whether or not Brand is sincere, I don't know, because I don't know him. And even if I did know him, I wouldn't be... I mean, I know a lot of people, acquaintances. Doesn't mean they trust me, sadly. They can't, they just... I am honest, but they don't know that. I mean, maybe they don't want to know that. Maybe they prefer to imagine I'm not. Anyway, gaining vast international following for his daily Stay Free broadcasts, in which he speaks to awakened beings and says the unsayable about everything from COVID vaccines to the Ukraine war. Yes, well, I oppose the Ukraine war. I don't think we should get involved, and I certainly don't think we should be supporting Zelensky. I don't think people should get vaccinated. I don't think people should social distance. I don't believe in lockdown. I don't believe in mask wearing. All right? And I don't believe in climate change either. And I don't believe in dinosaurs. I know we never walked on the moon. Michael Jackson did a moonwalk, that's it. And there's a lot of other things. I think the earth could be flat, but I'm not 100% sure. But anyway, the bottom line is I'm prepared to consider everything. Everything. Nothing we're told has to be believed. We're fully entitled. Every single one of us is fully entitled to say we don't believe in something, or we're not sure. And if I'm not sure about something, then that's not believing in it. Because, for example, I need proof. I need it to be proven. It's not enough that other people think something. Other people might believe in dinosaurs, doesn't mean they're dinosaurs. Right? Other people may believe in God. There may be some kind of being, I don't know. But without the evidence that I've seen, I can comprehend then, I say I don't know, that means I don't believe. There might be pink elephants out there, I don't know. I haven't seen them, and I don't think they exist, but I can't say for sure they don't exist. So if somebody said, do you believe in pink elephants? I'd say, I am not aware that they exist, but on the other hand, I can't be sure they don't exist. So the answer is I don't know. The vast majority of people think things are true simply because they are told that they are true, right? The reality is created for us, or we simply go along with it. Brand has received immediate support from various other free thinkers who command legions in the murkier suburbs of the internet. Andrew Tate and his brother Tristan, Elon Musk, Tommy Robinson, Tucker Carlson, Lawrence Fox and Michael Barrymore. Alex Jones. It's a gift to anybody playing conspiracy theory bingo from home. Jeffrey Epstein and the assassination of John Kennedy. Yeah, well, I mean, I find Brand, I found him a bit sleazy, to be honest. I wasn't too sure why, but he's got the kind of Mediterranean looks that a lot of women like, with the beard and all the rest of it. Kind of a skinny version of Demis Roussos. This, of course, was the time when Donald Trump built a political career for a calculator about Barack Obama's birthplace. Well, Obama was in fact born in Kenya. His birth certificate is a fraud. He doesn't even have the name of the country correct. The hospital he was born in was called something different in 1961. Obama was born same year as me. Under the pretense of simply asking questions, nobody dares asks. Well, that's not true. Lots of people dare ask. I've been asking these questions for many, many years, and I've been banned. But of course, Brand won't get banned. You see, the problem is people are too excited by celebrity, which is why if I say something, and I'd say I'm more articulate than Brand, But the bottom line is, you know, they can't just ban brand, because if they did, it would be, oh, that brand has been banned. But someone like me with no audience, or almost no audience, as near to no audience as damn it. I mean, I might have had an audience by now if only YouTube had allowed me to stay up, but they removed thousands of my videos. I mean, literally thousands of my videos, maybe about 5,000 videos. I know that sounds like an awful lot. When I lived in China, I know China blocks YouTube, but I was using a proxy. I was uploading like 3 videos a day for like a year, you know, and then I was doing it more as well. I created new channels, but every time I had a new channel, the trolls came to find me and blocked me yet again. And they know where I am as well right now, as well, especially on my Rumble account. But they'll find me on YouTube again. I've got a small YouTube channel with very, very few. I think I've got 4 followers on YouTube. You know, conspiracy theories bloomed. Can you see where this is going? COVID pandemic and Ukraine war. Credulous keyboard warriors. What do you mean credulous keyboard warriors? Has only swollen. Luring viewers in. They've been distracting me. Well, they have. We have. What about weapons of mass destruction from... What about Gaddafi? Look at Libya now. If only people had listened to the conspiracy theorists, right? The Pied Piper, the deep cut t-shirt and beaded necklace, £4 million home in Henley-on-Thames, and what? How much does Jeremy Vine's home cost? Yeah. Anti-capitalist bellowing, online popular, familiar tactics. Tyrannical ego at work. Opinion of the BBC, very negative. I hope you'll agree with me. And look at that. Almost 68% very negative. Again, I don't know whether these opinion polls are accurately counted, but often they're leading like, are we doing enough to combat climate change? So what you're supposed to, you can't say no, climate change is bullshit. You can only say yes, we're doing enough, or no, we're not doing enough, which means that you have to sort of go along with the whole concept. Now the trickster will keep playing the same tune until they're bored of it. Right, so let's... Guy Kelly, journalist. Should we find out about him? Yeah, Guy Kelly is a feature writer. Look at him, he looks like a bloody kid. Mr. Guy Kelly. So here we are. Guy Kelly. Well, I mean, let's face it, this guy is like a keeper of the official narrative. And that is the danger, and that is the problem, because they try to make it seem like, you know, and I know from my own personal life how difficult it is to get through to people who are under the impression that what you say has to be wrong and that they can't be right. They dare not look at it. They dare not. And people like Guy Kelly, because they've got like you know, they've got they're in the media, the Telegraph, the website of the year. There's every bloody newspaper is website of the year, to be fair. And they can trick people into thinking that, you know, you'd be a fool to listen to what this guy has. No one will listen to you based upon, I don't know, and I haven't had an opportunity for years to have a proper conversation with people. I would like to have a room full of people who are willing to consider everything, even the things they truly believe. That would be wonderful to have an opportunity. If you look at old American movies and stuff, there were people in the living room and they smoking cigars and having a whiskey and talking about the world. We don't live in such a world anymore. People just want to do their computers and things like that. And the reason one of the main reasons I make videos is so that I can get a chance to talk, even if it's to nobody. At least I'm talking, and I want to have these conversations in person with people. But I don't know people like that. I don't know anyone like that in my real life. Can you imagine how that's, for me, that's worse than not having a date or having a lover or something. Not having I'm starved. I'm starved of intelligent conversation. And look at what they do to somebody like Russell Brand. Attack him for like ad hominem attacks based upon things that are completely irrelevant to what he has to say.